what gave you the thought of converting your Monte Carlo to a T-top? Because most people don't realize that that was a hard top Monte Carlo, and then you converted it. What gave you that?
Man, you know what? Honestly, some of it was probably like a little bit of stupidity, a little bit of like what the hell are you thinking? But here's my rationale behind making that decision, right? Okay. So as I pointed out earlier, I've owned that car for 16 years. It's my baby. I bought it in '05. I was in grad school at the time at PV. Shout out PV Nation. And I was in grad school, man, and I had a luxury sport Monte Carlo T-top.
Okay.
T-top 86 luxury sport Monte Carlo, man. And I don't know what it was, bro. Like I grew up in Dallas, man, and in the 90s, most of my friends, especially like in the black culture, we were like lowriders back then.
Yeah.
In the 90s, like Dallas was like we was on like 13x7s. We was emulating California. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so anyway, so I always had a love for the luxury sport Monte Carlo because it looks good on wires, right?
Yes, it does.
But as I got older and I kind of gravitated away from the lowrider scene, I started liking the muscle. So that's when I laid eyes on a SS Monte Carlo that was on sale at a transmission shop in Hempstead. Saw the car and just fell in love with it, man. Bought the car and I didn't know at the time. This is how ignorant I was to just how important that particular car was. That car was white with the gold stripes, which what I later learned was one of the most rarest.
Did it have the gold tan interior?
Are you
serious?
Yeah, the car was kind of like this car. That car was pearl, but it was white. It had the gold 3-stripe with the tan interior. I didn't know at the time that was one of the lower produced cars or production number cars. All I knew is I wanted a black Monte Carlo SS, right? So I bought the car, got it painted black, and then I put it together like 15 years ago, and it's been like this the way it's been ever since, right? So anyways, fast forward. Through the years, I've always contemplated putting a sunroof in it. Yeah. And then I was like, nah, I don't want to do a sunroof. Then I was like, you know, I like T-tops. I had a decision to make. Should I sell this car and buy a T-top car, which probably for most people would have made more sense. I'm sure people think that.
But it's your car.
But it's my car.
Yeah.
It's my baby.
That's hard to. You got to factor that in.
I was like, I can't see myself letting this car go because it's got so much sentimental value to me. And only to go buy a T-top car and then having two of them. I couldn't justify having two cars, a hard top and a T-top. I was like, man, I don't want to do that. I said, so you know what? Screw it. I did some research, looked online. I did see that there were people doing T-top conversions. I read up on it as much as I could, and then I set out to find a place that could do it. And the guys over at Olympus, they had already painted and did the job on my SS Impala. Yeah. And I felt pretty confident that they could handle the job, so I decided to go and take it to them and get their thoughts. Asked the guy what he would charge, and the rest was history, man. They did the process, they did the T-top on it, and you know, I haven't looked back, but you know, I could have probably, in hindsight, I probably could have bought a T-top car, and actually I did buy a T-top car. I bought a donor. You know, I bought a donor from a kid. You know, like for like $400. And I'm not even sure if it was a true SS, but it
had the top.
It had the top, right? Yeah. So they were in pretty good shape. So I went ahead and bought it, man. But yeah, that's the story behind that.
Came out nice.
It came out good. Yeah.
So what is it about the T-tops that you like better than the sunroof or moonroof?
Man, you know what? I got a convertible, bro. So like I got a convertible Cutlass. So it's just something about having the wind in your hair, man. Yeah, you know, I don't really have much hair, but it's just something about having the wind in your hair and the whole idea of being able to, you know, pop them tops off, man, and just, you know, be able to reach out and stretch your arms, you know, look up and see the sky. You know, I just love it, man. It's a certain amount of I guess just freedom.
Yeah. You close to the God.
Yeah. Exactly, close to the God. There you go. I like it, man.
I drive a vert.
Yeah, you close to the God in a vert, man. So that's you know, and I didn't want to do a convertible because I've seen guys chop them where they make a convertible.
I'm not the biggest fan.
Yeah, I'm not really that. Yeah. I'm not a real big fan of that either. But I didn't want to go to that extent. So I was like, you know what? This is a safe compromise. Let's just do T-top conversion on it.
Okay.